Um, okay. Okay. I'll try that. Oh, there's a golden doodle. Okay. This is better. Okay. Good morning, seniors. I am just bringing you guys a little bit of an update. As you can see, the office has gotten a little bit of an update. We added a couch and we added a bookshelf for my husband's favorite hobby, which is photography. So he's got a lot of old cameras down here on this shelf, and he's got some of his newer cameras up here. So this has kind of become our creative space. This is where I am doing most of my teaching from. This is where he's doing some editing on his photos. This is where I'm doing some of my writing, and it's been nice. So today I just want to talk to you a little bit about your passion projects. So since we're renovating this space for us to kind of pursue some of our passions, some of our hobbies, we want to encourage you guys to do the same. So what you can expect for kind of this week and next week of your passion project. This week, do the same thing. Just keep working on your passion project. Keep taking small steps each day, spending 10, 15, 30 minutes on your passion project each day, because if you spend a little bit of time with something each day, you're going to set habits. You're going to still see progress. There are kind of 3 different types of projects that I've kind of seen for you guys. One is some of you are trying to learn a new skill. So some of you are trying to learn a new language or learn an instrument or learn how to cook. Some of you are trying to do something. This category is a little bit more broad. Your passion project or your goal is to become a writer, or to become a doctor, or become a football coach, or to be an engineer. So kind of this bigger goal, and I'll give you a little bit of insight on how you can get to that goal. The category is some of you are making something. You're making a magazine, you're making a graphic novel, you are making a book or a blog or a website. So kind of 3 categories: learning something, doing something, and making something. And they're kind of similar, but a little bit of some tips or tricks for each of those categories. Learning something. YouTube is a great place where you can learn things. There are tons of apps that can teach you how to learn things. There are foreign language apps. There are apps for learning how to play the piano, learning how to play the guitar. For YouTube, you can learn anything on YouTube. My husband learns a lot of his cooking skills from YouTube. He learns a lot of his, notification. He learns a lot of his photography skills from, or editing things from YouTube. So YouTube is a great place to learn. Apps are a great place to learn. Next category, if you're wanting to do something or be something, okay, if I want to be a writer, or if you want to be a teacher, or you want to be an engineer, or you want to own your own company, whatever it is, I kind of have 2 different tips for you there on that passion project. Tip number 1 is do a little bit of research. Part of your passion project can be just researching something that you want to do. Interview people. If you want to reach out via email and ask some questions, that is making progress towards your passion. If you want to be an engineer one day, go online and look up some cool projects that you can do at home. Pretty much every career has doable at-home projects that you can do even at a high school age, to where it sparks interest that you have in that goal. Whether it's to be a doctor or a physical therapist or an engineer, there's still cool projects and things you can do at home that give you a little bit of insight to see if you would like to do that. And then the other suggestion that I have for if you are doing, you just want to do something or be something, is write a philosophy of fill in the blank. As a teacher, twice now I have had to write a philosophy of education. Why am I passionate about education? Why do I want to do it? I had to do one in college, and I had to do one as part of my job interview to teach at a Christian school. So almost every job at some point is going to ask you to write about why you're passionate about that career field. Maybe that's what you work on for your passion project this week. And the third category, making something. When you make something, there are steps to making that. It is a process. Do a little bit each day. For me, making my website, step one was actually getting online and doing some research on different organizations or companies that make websites. Step two is trying to pick a name, and that was the thing that took me the longest. I ended up just using my own name. Step three was actually putting content on my website. And now kind of step four is just continuing to make content for that. If you are wanting to make a magazine, you have to get photographs, you have to get writing, you have to find a template, you have to think about if you want to print it or make it digitally. There's just lots of steps, and some of it's just the process. Another reminder about our passion projects is you don't have to have a huge finished product at the end of this. If I want to write a book, I don't have to have a full bound printed novel at the end of this process. It might be that I have 3 chapters because I wrote a chapter each week. Next week is your last week of high school, and that's crazy to say this, but at the end of our passion project, I just want everyone to have something tangible, or maybe not physically tangible, but something substantial that you can submit as your passion project. If it was playing the guitar, maybe it's a video of you playing a song. If it was creating a magazine, maybe it's a couple of pages. Maybe you didn't get to make the whole magazine, maybe you just made 2 pages, and that's great. If it was learning how to do something or writing 2 paragraphs of your philosophy of what you wanted to do, that's fine. I just want you to have something substantial that you can submit that didn't exist at the beginning of this project. So I'm excited to see what you guys turn in. I think it's going to be really cool to see what you started now and for you to see if you continue with that down the road. That is all for today. I still miss you guys, and I can't believe that you only have this week and next week as our last 2 weeks of school online. So, miss you guys. I love you guys, and hope to see you again soon.